It is a rainy evening across much of central and eastern Kentucky. We'll touch on that and the possibility of a little winter weather just ahead.
Residents are on edge following a terrorism raid and takedown near Paris. I'm Kenneth Craig with the new details coming up.
A teenager badly injured in a car crash is coming home. We'll show you the welcome he received.
This is WKYT News at 5.
Good afternoon. You need all your rain gear this afternoon.
That you do. We have heavy showers and strong winds pushing through our area. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking all that rain for us. Hi, Chris.
Hi guys, indeed we have been dealing with a lot of the heavier downpours for the better part of the afternoon. All of that courtesy of a big storm system that is just off to our north and northwest. Same storm that we were tracking yesterday that was out across the Plain States. Remember the one that had a blizzard on the backside of it, severe weather out ahead of it? Well, that is now filling in a little bit across the Great Lakes, but look at that big push of water into the Bluegrass State as expected today, turning into an absolute soaker into much of central and eastern Kentucky with that heavy band of rain now racing its way across the eastern part of the state from Moorhead down into Jackson, Hazard, Salyersville, getting in on a lot of the wet weather and down to Harlan County as well. It's Harlan County that had a wind gust a little earlier today of greater than 50 miles per hour. Soaking rains here in London, Corbin, Somerset, Berea, Richmond, over into Danville, lightening up a little bit. Lightening up a little bit, Versailles, Lawrenceburg, and Frankfort, though back to our west. The cold front is still right on top of the Louisville area until that sweeps through here. Everyone fair game for more in the way of some rains. And look at that 2-hour loop of this soaker into the downtown Lexington area. Out this evening, guys, guess what you need? Yep, it's the rain gear yet again, though by the latter part of the evening, most of the rain will then focus into parts of eastern Kentucky. And coming up here in less than 10 minutes, we'll focus on a weekend forecast that has a taste of wintertime.
Forensic teams in France have spent the day investigating the scene of an overnight raid.
Several terrorists were arrested and killed at an apartment in a suburb of Paris, but it's not yet known who they are. Kenneth Craig is tracking the latest on the situation in Paris in our top story at 5.
French officials have not yet revealed the identities of the suspected terrorists killed or arrested in an overnight raid in Saint-Denis. Police stormed the building and met heavy resistance.
There was an exchange of gunfire, very active gunfire, with about 5,000 bullets.
Amateur video captured police leading some of the suspects away in handcuffs. At least 2 others were killed, including one man and a female suicide bomber who blew herself up. Forensics teams are combing the scene for evidence. Residents are scared.
Many police, many military, and we are so terrified.
The raid here in Saint-Denis was one of more than 400 across France that have been happening since the attacks. The status of the suspected ringleader in the Paris attacks, Abdelhamid Aboud and fugitive Salah Abdeslam, is still unclear.
Aboud and Salah Abdeslam are not being held. We are still looking for them.
Authorities have identified all 129 of the deceased. Mourners are still gathering in a central plaza to pay tribute and trying to get on with their lives.
We will try to keep as usual, but things has changed forever, I think, in Paris.
The number of injured was updated to 368. More than half are still hospitalized. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Saint-Denis, France.
The floor of the building collapsed when the suicide vest detonated, complicating the identification process of the person.
Thieves targeted a volunteer firefighter last night as he worked to help a fallen officer's family. The firefighter was delivering pizzas for the Richmond Papa John's when 3 people robbed him. The store gave all of yesterday's profits to the family of Richmond police officer Daniel Ellis. WKYT's Victor Puente shows us what's being done to find the suspects.
Workers at this Papa John's tell me they can't discuss the robbery on camera, but they say that driver was volunteering his time to help them with a fundraiser for Officer Daniel Ellis's family. Now police are searching for the 3 teens who attacked him. Police say the assault happened around 8:30 last night as that driver was delivering 6 pizzas to a home on Pine Street. They say as he was getting out of his car, a young man approached him, saying he needed to get his money to pay him, but then slammed the driver into his car. They say 2 other teens then also assaulted the driver, stealing the pizzas and a small amount of cash. That driver called police once he was back at Papa John's. The business was donating all of the money they made yesterday to the family of Officer Daniel Ellis. Police say the driver is a volunteer firefighter from Frankfort. The people who live at the home he was called to told me they didn't hear the struggle and didn't know anything was wrong until police knocked on their door. Police say they plan on offering a reward for information in this case.
We have a business and an individual that's come in here to help, and then this happens. It's pretty disgusting, really.
Major Gregg tells me they're also investigating a case from earlier that night of 3 teens trying to break into a car at the YMCA near Pine Street. He said they're checking to see if those crimes are connected. In Madison County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Police tell us the robbers were 3 teenage African-American males, 2 in black hoodies, the 3rd in a black and white hoodie with horizontal stripes. We are learning more about a shooting in Lexington. It happened about 2 yesterday afternoon on LaSalle Road. Lexington police say 2 people were shot during a fight. One of the victims suffered life-threatening injuries. Police have not made any arrests.
State police are asking for information to help solve a theft case. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Powell County. Police say that someone stole 2 hydraulic pumps and 2 pieces of the stabilizer legs from a Case backhoe. It's owned by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. It was parked along Winchester Road in Clay City. The theft happened sometime between last Friday and yesterday. The Johnson County Sheriff's Office wants to find a woman accused in an animal cruelty case. 24-year-old Amanda Adkins is charged with cruelty to animals. Deputies say they found one of her dogs dead and the other in bad condition at a home on Wolf Pen Branch in Van Leer. The surviving dog has a humpback from being raised in a small rabbit cage. A rescue group is now caring for that dog.
A car crash nearly claimed his life. Aaron Williams suffered critical injuries when he crashed his car while on the way to homecoming in Bath County in September. Today, he returned home to Montgomery County after spending nearly 2 months in the hospital. WKYT Sean Moody shows us the welcome he received.
From the sign across the road from the house here to all these cars that are sitting in the driveway, there are a whole lot of people that are excited to see Aaron Williams come home. In fact, his parents say all those people's prayers are the reason he's home. This was a huge day, not just for Aaron and his family, but really for the whole community. Sheriff's deputies from Montgomery County escorted him as he passed through town and up to his high school. Students there had been supporting him and his family ever since that crash back in September. That shows you just how much the community was thinking of him. His dad said people from across the state came to pray with the family at the hospital, and he got emails from around the world. Aaron says that's the reason he's made such big strides.
Well, they said I had like a 10% chance of living, but God is good. He is stronger.
And coming up on WKYT News at 6, you'll hear more from Aaron and his parents about the future. In Montgomery County, Sean Moody, WKYT.
He is a strong teenager. Aaron hopes to return to school next year. He'll be homeschooled until then. The UK basketball team landed a major recruit this morning.
Been a good couple of days. WKYT's Rob Bromley's here to show us who is joining that team. Hey, Rob.
Hello, and John Calipari has simply done it again. Today landing another 5-star player, Malik Monk. Monk is 6'3", 185, played in an AAU event here back in April, and his roots are deep in Arkansas. His brother Marcus played football and basketball for the Razorbacks. His cousin is currently on the team. Mike typed a personal note that he posted on his Twitter account, announcing that he had picked the Cats over Arkansas. Back in April, he told us his goal is to get to the next level.
Really wasn't telling me no lies, just wanted me to come to this program and really just face my dreams.
What do you mean by that?
Go to the NBA.
And again, that was last April when Monk was here in town. Yesterday, John Calipari brought in 5-star center Bam Adebayo. Today, Malik Monk, and a victory over Duke in between. Not bad.
No, not bad at all. Thank you, Rob. And today marked the final day of the early signing period.
Gas prices have dropped just below the $2 mark. We spotted gas for $1.97 a gallon on Winchester Road in Lexington. Nearby stations were selling it for $1.99. According to LexingtonGasPrices.com, some stations have dropped their prices as low as $1.79.